down in a book. Warning. Do not read this book straight through from beginning to end. These pages contain many different adventurers that you may have when you travel to China for a kung fu tour with your best friend. From time to time as you read along, you will be asked to make a choice. Your choice may lead to success or disaster. Each adventure you take is a result of your choice. You are responsible because you choose. After you make a choice, follow the instructions to see what happens next. Think carefully before you make a decision. Young tourists visiting China have been vanishing mysteriously. If you don't find your best friend soon, you may spend your entire vacation fighting against ninja alone. Good luck.
SexyHackers.com.
Life is like a story with many paths to choose. And gotta get some good friends to help me make it through. So here's the plan, just take my hand, the adventure's just begun. And all we have to do is turn to page fun.
Alone.
Do you want to keep doing a theme song?
Till now. Oh, I was just going to sing about being alone.
A theme song. And welcome to Turn the Page Fun, the only podcast where I, your host, Nick Fear, read through a bunch of choose your own adventure books that I found in my partner's parents' attic and review them with my friends. An idea so great that I immediately stole it from her and froze her out of the production process. This week we are continuing with Master of Kung Fu, written by Richard Brightfield, copyright 1989 by Bantam Publishing. And with me, again, I have on my left, comedian, mad scientist, English tutor, and meanest person I know, Miss Stacy Pulaski.
Thanks. It's great to be here again, Nick.
Hi, Stacy. Now, what is the meanest thing you've ever done?
I think the meanest thing I ever did was in 3rd grade. I was this girl's bully, apparently. I didn't.
Did you know?
Not well. I didn't realize because I didn't like this girl. I guess.
Right.
Oh, but
she was a
she
dweeb?
thought. I don't know why. What was that?
Because she was a dweeb.
I didn't know I was a dweeb.
Oh.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know if she was like kept trying to be my friend, and I was like, I was annoyed by her, I guess. But I wear like all my expressions on my face. I was just like this, like scowling at this girl all the time. She's trying to be my friend. But what happened was, the teacher at one point set me out in the hallway to like go put something in my backpack, and this lady came walking down the hallway, and she saw me, and she looked all confused, and she goes, excuse me, do you know who Stacy Pulowski is? And I was like, I'm Stacy Pulowski. And she's like, well, apparently, like, she came to the school to yell at me for bullying her kid. But when she saw me in the hallway and I was just like the sweet, like, nerdy girl with the glasses, and she was all confused. And she's like, well, apparently you've been, I was like, really? Well, I didn't realize. I'll have to like re-examine my actions. And the lady was like, yeah, you do that, and like walked away all confused. And I was like, gee, I really have to think about how, like, and that's when I decided to pretend to be nice to everybody so I didn't have to like deal with this shit.
So it's really been a lifelong.
That's what I always say, because like,
charade.
if you're like, I'm just nice to everybody so I don't have any drama. Some like you guys I like, but that's why I say I'm mean.
Also, like, it sounds like you prevented that lady's meanest moment.
I know,
To
like,
yell
she saw
at an
me, like,
11-year-old.
I'm about to yell at this. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, give her like the puppy dog eyes. I was like, dang, I just dodged a bullet. I was like, and I'm sure the teacher set me out in the hallway because she knew the mom was coming or whatever.
Really?
I think so. I don't know why I was in though.
Like, not okay.
I know. Like
Your
thinking
teacher
back,
set you up to get beat up? By
I think so.
Yeah, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. That Stacy Pulowski needs to go down. I got you.
But I didn't realize just because like I was like, I don't want to be this kid's friend. Like that she considered me a bully.
Right.
I don't
not the
know.
same.
I was probably an asshole, but I didn't see it in my own eye.
Well, she's lucky that you weren't a master of Kung Fu.
And that's when I studied Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Over on my right, I have my good friend, also a student of Kung Fu,
Yeah.
And what style is that again?
Hungar.
Hungar
Southern,
Kung Fu. Southern style
yes.
Kung Fu. Musician, improviser, writer, Mr. Brian Bear. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Busy. Lots going on. All the shows and things.
All of the shows.
All of the shows.
All of the shows.
Yeah.
It is October, so what's coming up for you?
Oh, well, we got a variety hour, happy hour show coming
is
up
correct.
at the end of October. Really,
Beginning
the
of
beginning
November.
Beginning of November.
Technically, most definitely the beginning of November, seeing as it is November 2nd.
Yes. Very out of October into November. The most wonderful time of the year.
Yes.
And there's some Ampersand Theater, the stand-up spooktacular. I'm doing that.
yeah.
I believe we're doing that, aren't we?
Yep.
Yep, maybe.
It's already, as of this recording, not of the recording, as of the showing of this recording, totally
Right.
written. It's all done. Don't worry about it, guys.
It's great.
Oh,
It's going to be great.
show. Great. And finally, special guest, Mrs. Liv Schursel. Hi, Liv.
Hi.
How are you this week?
Man, I'm just so good. Just the most good.
The most good.
I've actually been really sick this week, but
oh no, what's wrong?
my my throat and my chest and my nose. Anyway, so thanks for for sharing your drink with me earlier.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, now I will get sick, and
yeah.
I will
Take a day off from work.
Yeah,
Do you?
'cause I can afford to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm good.
So it is October,
Good.
Liv. What's going on with you? You are an improviser, and well, first you do No Dice with me.
I do, yeah.
Here on the Sexy Hackers Network. You
What?
also are in Ex Machina.
Yes.
Anything else exciting in October?
I don't think I have anything on the. Oh, I'm seeing Hamilton in October.
What?
Well,
not a
go
show
ahead
I'm
and get your
doing.
tickets to Hamilton, and maybe
Yeah.
you'll see Liv Schursel there in the audience.
Here in town?
Yeah.
Oh, is that when it's coming? No,
Yeah.
I didn't get
I'm
tickets.
going with my mom and my sister. It'll be great.
Oh, that's nice.
But my own shows that I'm doing, I don't think I have anything on the calendar as of right now.
Okay.
Other than this.
I like how you took your time that I gave you to plug yourself to plug like one of the most well-known things in the nation.
Sure. I don't have anything else.
Camel, what?
Maybe you can be in the Variety Hour Happy Hour Halloween show in November.
In November. Oh, sure.
November 2nd. All right, great. So we are in the middle of Master of Kung Fu, written by Richard Brightfield, copyright 1989, by Bantam Books,
What was the dedication?
and dedicated to Charles Cookman.
I think here's what I think happened.
I think we can blame Charles Cookman for all of this.
Well, no, I think the author went on a trip to China when he was younger, and his best friend was kidnapped and disappeared. And then he wrote a book about it, a bunch of fake stuff. And he's like,
and
"This is
been
you,
like,
man.
What
I
would you
should've-
have done? Because this is what I did.
This is what I was. I abandoned my friend, and now I feel bad about it."
I thought it was like code. You know how Mary Jane means marijuana? Charles Cookman is just cocaine. And this is dedicated to what got him through this book.
That makes a lot of sense with what happened. For those of you who have missed it, the recap of this so far is we are a young child who, once again, is allowed to be away from his parents to go on a trip to China with our other young friend, Billy, who is studying Kung Fu, and it is a Kung Fu trip to China. And once we get there, Billy gets his camera stolen, chases after the thief, and then disappears. So far, we have decided to not try to find Billy, but just to go on the tour anyway. We hit our head at the Shaolin Temple that we were touring. We wake up, a Kung Fu master, are sent to protect the Emperor of China. And we do so, and so he makes us his commander of all of his forces.
Oh my God.
And there is an invasion coming of horse archers, and so but they have this new weapon, this
Fire lance.
this fire lance that is basically a bamboo gun. And we have decided that as the commander of the Emperor's forces, that we are going to fight the enemy head on with these fire lances.
Yep.
Right. Just your typical standard tourist
Yeah.
trip
Yeah.
to China.
Obviously.
And we're still a child too,
Yes.
right? They're just
I guess.
hey, look at this young monk. He should be in charge.
Well, all the pictures so far that we have seen are of you as a child.
We kind of look like Aang, the Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's
we
what
do
I was
look like
thinking.
Aang the Last
Because-
Airbender.
He's
That's
even
where
wearing
they
an
based-
orange robe in the.
Yeah. Well, they did base that on.
Yeah,
The
I guess that's
monks.
fair. Also, we are facing horse archers,
Yes.
which I'm assuming are just centaurs.
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
These
In the old noggin, that's what it is.
All right. All right.
Well, they are coming from the west. Yes, they are coming from the west. So
Oh,
they
sure.
very well will be horse archer centaurs.
Centaurs.
all the way from Greece.
Yes.
Makes sense.
You lead your armies north to attack the enemy. Equipped with the fire lances, they shoot their deadly metal pellets into the ranks of the enemy. The first enemy soldiers retreat in terror from the new weapons. You are winning the battle when suddenly reinforcements attack you from the rear. You gather the greatest kung fu fighters around you to counterattack, but it's too late.
Uh-oh.
You're surrounded.
Whoa.
You turn around quickly to see an arrow hurtling towards space towards you. Thunk. It bends itself in your chest. Oh, you moan. You okay? Billy asks, nudging you
What?
awake. You were making some really weird noises. Oh, I must have fallen asleep, you mumble, rubbing your eyes and looking out the plane window. Well, you better fasten your seatbelt, Billy says excitedly. We're about to land in Shanghai.
I told you he fell asleep on the plane. I called it 100%.
You're
So-
so
Sleeping
did.
on the plane.
It was all a dream, which is why it didn't make any sense.
Waited a whole week to figure out it was a dream.
Welcome to the episode. We're done. Well, I mean, what a way to go, I guess.
That was actually I kind of like that as a dream because that's how dreams. At least that's how my dreams work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every one of my dreams is like a Simpsons episode where it goes down one place and then it just takes a sharp left
Weird.
and
Yep.
gets
Me too.
into this weird.
But you never notice that. It's like, well,
No.
that was a
Right.
weird change of
yeah,
things
but
to
no,
happen.
it's like, oh, let's go for it. Okay, I'm a
Yep.
Shaolin warrior monk. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we almost survived. But I feel like that wasn't our fault, though. They should have, our own reinforcements should have blocked the enemy.
I mean, yeah.
It's their fault.
Yeah.
And at the end, everyone was kung fu fighting.
They
Yeah,
were.
I was very excited
Those
about that.
cats were fast as lightning.
Fast as lightning.
It was almost
a little bit.
a little bit frightening.
It was a little bit frightening. And then we woke up.
And then we woke
So
up.
how far back do we want to take it?
Yeah, how far back do
I
you
don't
guys
know.
want to take it?
So I've got two feelings, and we
Okay.
can choose. First, we can choose from looking for Billy instead of getting on the bus.
Right.
Or second, we can choose to reinforce the castle or whatever
Oh, you
they
wanna do
live
that?
in.
What about, I was thinking about going to the west to find the foreigners and protect them.
Oh.
We've got that choice
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
I gotta find that though. I didn't
Oh,
mark that
okay.
decision.
I would kind of think I do feel a little bad that Billy didn't get to at least come with us
Yeah.
on our weird dream experience.
Sequence.
Yeah.
Go back and don't get on the bus.
Yeah.
And yeah,
look
go
for
to find Billy.
Because
I mean-
I don't know, the front of this book looks like it's in a camera shop. Not to give anything away, but the book did it. I judged it by its cover.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Why don't you go run with scissors while you're at it?
Oh.
Metaphorically. Wait, what? I don't know.
Oh, that's already too far. Yeah, I can't find that decision where we go to fight the people to
The
us
West.
to help the foreigners.
Well,
I
what-
think that we want to go back.
Why don't we go back and look for Billy?
We have to go
All
back.
the way back to look for Billy.
gotta go
Yes.
Oh, Marty, we gotta go back.
Gotta go back.
It's your kids, Marty. It's your kids, Billy.
Why did they turn out to be assholes or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we got to watch out for Billy because apparently no one else is watching out for us.
Right. Oh,
These
yeah.
two children.
Yeah.
No one else cares.
Okay. All right. So we are gonna go and see what happens if we choose to in this dream. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe it's not a
it's
dream.
still
Yeah.
a dream. We don't know now.
We don't know. So we'll go back to find out what happens if we do the right thing the thing that friends would do,
Yep.
and not get on the tour bus and try to find our friend who's missing in Shanghai.
I feel like that's directed directly at me. Which
I'm the
yes,
biggest person
You
he
both,
knows.
you both right away were like, let's get on that bus. Move that bus. Let's get out of here. I mean, Billy's the one who brought us to China in the first place, but he
I
should have
thought we
stuck
would see
around.
Billy, and we did
I
see
did
him for a
too.
second from the back.
We thought it was him.
yeah, that's true.
It may have been a Shaolin ghost or a ninja.
or like just your brain trying to
Or your brain.
reconcile making a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Your brain
Oh,
tells
yeah,
you, see,
Billy's
he's fine.
here."
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so we're gonna go and see what happens when we look for our friend Billy. After this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
Has your life seemed different lately? Are you in a new place that is somehow also an old place that you've been before? Are very strange things happening and keep happening that have no explanation, yet seem completely normal to you at the time? Then you might be dreaming. That's right, dreams, where everything is happening and there's no reason for it. You can tell your friends about it, it won't matter, it's just a dream. Also good for explaining away a bizarre story that you wrote yourself into a corner with. So try dreams. Maybe you're dreaming right now. Wake up. It's time for work. Dreams.
SexyHackers.com.
We are back to turn to page fun.
I like that's my favorite one.
I agree.
The whimsical version.
Whimsical turn to page fun. This week we are reading Master of Kung Fu, and after finding out that it was all a dream, we've decided to go back and see what happens if we choose to stay in Shanghai after our friend Billy has been, well, shanghaied.
Yeah.
Is that where that comes from?
Well,
It's
they'd kidnap sailors to right? I believe.
yes, they would kidnap sailors, even though that's a thing that like everybody did everywhere, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess Shanghai gets the bad rap for it.
Right. Or I
Yeah.
thought it was the boats were going to Shanghai. That was just a popular destination.
right.
But they'd get they'd get people drunk, not even sailors. And then you'd wake up, you'd like go to a bar and you'd wake up and you were on a ship now and now you're a sailor and you have to be because there's nowhere else to go.
I'm definitely Googling this later
Oh,
because
yeah.
that
Oh,
sounds
it's a thing.
fascinating.
You can see documentaries.
Yeah, that's the reason why we went to war in England in 1812.
Yeah.
Because they were constantly specifically singling out American seamen to join the British Navy. All right.
Yep. Yep.
Are you giggling for seamen?
Yes.
All right.
Fun history lesson and dirty joke.
Yes.
You watch as the tour bus vanishes into the traffic down the block. You wait at the tour office, hoping that Billy will show up eventually. But after a few hours, you decide to go back into the hotel to check if Billy has left a message for you there. You walk back to the hotel and go to the front desk. Did my friend Billy leave a message for me while I was out? You ask politely. The clerk checks the boxes behind him, but there's nothing there for you. Oh, well, you sigh. You'd better hang around in case Billy comes back, you decide. I think I'll stay here for a few more days and join my tour later. You tell the clerk at the front desk. I'm so sorry. The hotel's booked up.
Oh.
I mean, you got to find your room any other place, he says, picking up the phone and making a few phone calls.
To
He
avoid a
writes on a slip of-
conversation with a child that he kicked out into the
Beep,
cold.
boop, boop. Yes, this is it's a very business call.
He writes on a slip of paper, Flowery Hotel, Jiangsu Road. You pick up your bag from your room and ask the clerk to keep Billy's suitcase here at the hotel for now. Then you take a cab to the Flowery Hotel. An elderly woman grabs your sleeve as you walk through the doorway. You must be young Mr. Wu said was coming. Oh, you must be the young man Mr. Wu said was coming, the woman says.
We are really lazy about looking for our friend, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, priorities. I mean,
That's
it's going to
true.
take you a couple days. So you gotta
Get the lay of the land.
Also, where do you start? Shanghai is a very large place.
I don't know, the police. Just a thought.
I mean, it is communist China, so you might
Oh,
not want to
that's
trust the
true.
police.
Oh, just the
They
secret
probably
police.
took him.
The woman takes you to a small room on the second floor. You're a little disappointed that this room isn't nearly as nice as your room in the other hotel. An old mattress is pushed against one wall with a mosquito net hanging over it. There's also a plain wooden table with 2 chairs in the other corner. Above you, an ancient ceiling fan slowly revolves. The toilet's down the hall, she says as she leaves.
Shared a toilet.
You change your clothes and leave the hotel to look for Billy. As you walk out the front door, a man walks briskly past you. You recognize him immediately. He's the man who stole Billy's camera.
Wow, you have really good facial recognition and memory skills.
If you follow the man, turn to page 45. If you decide to return to the Photoshop, turn to page 48. So just as a reminder, we did wind up at a Photoshop that had what looked like your friend's stolen camera in it. But then we got scared and ran away.
Right. I mean, they might just stonewall us again.
I was gonna say the same
Or
thing.
Great Wall us. It's
Because
probably
like we went into the Photoshop and they were like, nope, he's never been here.
Right.
And then so you just kind of hit a dead end. So I don't know
Right.
how going back would give us a dip. I'm sure
if
they'll
we go
find
back
a
and be
way.
like, are you sure?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 days later, they're
Billy's
going to be
working
really
there.
receptive to that.
Yeah.
Right. So, whereas if you follow the guy, you might
Yeah,
at least see
let's-
that he's been kidnapping kids or something, or
I
stealing
mean,
more cameras. Get a
right.
better camera for your friend.
Maybe we'll fall and hit our head and become
Become a
some-
Shaolin monk.
become a Shaolin monk, and then find him. And yeah, I say we
Follow the guy?
Follow
Yep,
the guy.
follow him.
Follow the
Stacey,
guy.
you want to follow the guy?
Yes, I do.
All right. You follow the man. He walks briskly down the street, gliding through the crowd. You have a hard time keeping up. He turns down one side street after another. Soon, you are in a poorer and older part of the city. Some of the houses are little more than bamboo shacks. Despite the poverty, you notice that the streets are surprisingly clean. The man increases his pace. You are almost chasing him now. He turns the corner. You race around the corner and run into the courtyard. But it's deserted. The man has disappeared.
Oh, he's right behind you. He's going to be right behind you.
Sorry, okay, there's a picture. There's a hilarious picture coming up. Bewildered and lost, you stand in the dim light of the courtyard. You see several wooden doors with dragons carved into them underneath a long, curving balcony. Suddenly, several of the doors swing open at once. In a flash, you're surrounded by black-robed figures. One of them pulls a knife from beneath his robe and rushes at you, the knife pointed straight at your heart. And there is a picture of you with your with your khaki shorts and your socks and shoes and your polo shirt, and you are now surrounded by 4 ninjas.
That's good because we're kung fu Oh wait!
Quick!
We're not even a student of kung fu.
Throw yourself on the ground. Hit your head on a rock. It's your only chance. If only you knew Aikido, then you could throw yourself to the ground with enough skill.
Yeah, you could just get out of the way with enough skill.
Oh,
no.
So this could be bad.
Or you could fall and miss, and then you just start flying.
Oh, that's true. That's the best way to do it.
Before you can react, the man with the knife, a piercing cry comes above as a figure hurls down from one of the balconies.
Night basket
Billy?
or Billy, or Billy, I guess.
Night basket with a K this time, though.
Yes.
Night basket.
Yeah,
with
the superhero.
Night basket.
Night basket. Who are you? I'm Night Basket.
Sir Night Basket.
Get in the basket. Wait, so you use it?
His outfit's all made out of wicker.
Wicker armor.
Wicker.
But it's full of veneer, so he can't be caught on fire.
Right. Oh yeah. He shot that.
Night Basket. All right. A foot flashes past you, knocking the knife out of the attacker's hand. He snarls like a wounded tiger, turns towards your rescuer, and crouches in a fighting stance. Another lightning kick catches your attacker in the head. He tumbles into a backward somersault, coming up again in a fighting crouch. There is a blur of action as your rescuer spins in the air and several men fall to the ground. caught by blows that were too fast for you to see. But there were so many against one. A man rushes him with a short spear. Well, I'm going to menace a kid. Better bring the short spear. But you manage to tackle the spear carrier. Good on you, kid. And the weapon goes flying into the foot of another man who is about to deliver a kick to the head of your protector.
Oh, ouchie.
Ow. Then your friend gets off a series of fast blows, knocking out several men at once. The attackers seem to have had enough, and they all disappear back through the doors. Do you speak English? You ask the stranger after he's caught his breath. Little English? Not very good, he answers. How did you get here? You ask the man. Follow same man as you, he says. Why do they attack me? You ask. They think you're me? He says. Must leave quickly. Follow me. I take you to safe place. If you follow him, turn to page 61. If you decide to return to the hotel, turn to page 6.
That's always an option.
Yeah, thanks for saving me. I'm good though. I'm just gonna go back to my
I'm
hotel.
gonna go back to my
Tired.
shitty hotel that has a mosquito net.
Yeah, so that should stop any
Yeah.
ninjas from coming in. It's a good net.
You need a ninja net.
You could catch
Ooh.
the ninjas with the net.
Yeah.
Anyway, I say follow the
let's
man.
go with this guy.
Let's just continue following. Yeah.
he seems to know how to handle himself.
Yeah,
He has
knows
our
his
best
shit.
interest in mind.
Until we can hit our head on a rock, I don't feel safe.
Or maybe he'll train you by hitting you in the head with a rock.
This is the training rock.
All right, hold still. I'm just going to hit you in the head.
That
I
explains
suddenly remember a dream I had on the plane.
that explains all the Rocky montages.
Oh,
Rocky.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for inviting me on the podcast, Nick.
Hey, shitty puns are my job. Encroaching on my. No, that was good.
Thanks, Nick.
Rocky montage.
So we're almost universal in following this.
Yeah.
This
no.
stranger who is an incredible fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who just
Feel-
protected you for no reason.
Right.
Could've just
Well, it
left
was
you.
the right thing to do. I
Yeah.
don't
sorry.
know. Like, what would you do if you saw 4 ninjas menacing a child and
I
you
guess-
knew awesome kung fu skills?
I don't know. What would I do if my friend was missing and I could get on a tour bus?
Oh, you probably get on the tour
see,
bus.
you could abandon it.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Well, just so you know, he did the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
You watch as the man who rescued you pushes open a large door facing the courtyard. You follow him inside and down a long corridor. Before you reach the end of the corridor, he opens another door, revealing a stairway leading down. At the bottom of the stairway is a large, completely bare room with cement walls. There's a skylight overhead and a small door in one of the walls. Your friend talks to several men in white kung fu outfits. They step aside, and you go through the small door into the main hall of a large temple. It is lavishly decorated, with gilded panels and carvings on the walls and ceiling. Kung fu fighters sit meditating on the highly polished wood floor in the center of the room.
But we're not in the past this time.
Nope. You stand there for a moment, open-mouthed, staring at the scene. Your rescuer returns with an older man wearing a long, richly embroidered robe. He has a long, straggly Fu Manchu mustache and wears a tall, conical hat on his head. My name is Han Chu, he says. I am a master of White Lotus Society. We are a secret society that dates back hundreds of years. We welcome you into our ranks. You need only pass a certain period of training and initiation. If I join, will the society help to find my best friend Billy? He's disappeared. Yes, Anshu says, as if he already knows that you were going to ask him. You'd like to believe him, but this could be a trick. If you decide to join the society, turn to page 68. If you decide not to join, turn to page 101.
This, I mean, I gotta question the induction methods or
How
rules of
good
this
can they
society.
be if they just let anybody in after?
Hey, you!
Yeah.
You will save your life. Come on, join the society.
All you have to do is shave your head, meditate for maybe 15 minutes,
Hit yourself
and
with
then
this
let
rock.
a bunch of people right.
Yeah,
Let them attack you.
yeah. Then they're gonna. Yeah, it's a weird.
Also, how do we know that you haven't just been kidnapped? Like this is
Right.
what happened to Billy,
This is definitely another kidnapping.
and now you are missing.
What if Billy? The same thing happened to Billy, only like it was their rival kung fu
Ooh,
school.
wearing
Black
the
Lotus.
black
Yeah.
Kung Fu
Fight
outfit.
each other at the
Yeah.
end. Fight Billy to the death.
Actually, sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
does sound pretty cool.
But then he just fakes his death, and you guys run off back to America.
That's true. Like
Let's
you're,
read that book.
you're really willing to just well, maybe not, but abandon
not.
your
I mean-
life back in. You're just like, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Sorry, I had no answer.
You have no answer, no decision.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
join.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I say
let's
let's
do it.
join. Why not?
Why
We're
not? I
already-
love clubs.
I just want some friends.
Right.
And if they have to take me underground to a
Why do you think I'm in
Bear
like 17 improv groups?
cement room walls. Yeah, our new improv group, White Lotus. No,
Our new-
no, we're not doing that.
No.
no.
No, because I'm already in Night Basket, and that's a conflict of interest.
We are Night Basket.
Can I get a single word of something you might see at night?
In a basket.
Don't say moon cookies. That's what we got last time.
Yeah, I say we join.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
in.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right. So we are going to see what happens when we join the White Lotus Society. Right after this, quick word from our sponsors.
Nuts.
SexyHackers.com.
Week's episode of Turn a Page Fun brought to you by WB's new action series, Night Basket. In the city, there's plenty of crime that needs to be gathered up and stored in one convenient location. There is a man of wicker and an iron will. John Hamm is Night Basket. Huh, who are you? Well, I'm Night Basket. I don't know. I don't know whether I want to fight him or I want to kiss him. Well, you could do both. Frankly, I'd be into it. Night Basket. This every Tuesday on WB, coming this fall.
SexyHackers.com.
And we're back to Turn to Page Fun. All right. So in our last segment, we have found ourselves mixed up with the White Lotus Society after we are looking for Billy, our friend who disappeared in Shanghai. And they offered to let us join them after a surprisingly short training and initiation period.
Maybe they're like, this guy clearly needs help. He can't defend himself against 4 ninjas.
We only have a few contracts that you need to sign. A $250 fee for all of your supplementals.
Oh yeah, the classes are going to be a little, but you know,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Right. It's an investment for your future.
Investment. It is an improv group, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just gonna.
It's either that or something like Amway or something.
Oh, like an ML.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I'll join your society, you tell Hanshu. Hanho, very good, Hanshu says, and bows to you. Awkwardly, you bow back.
Like, is this
You don't really know how, so you kind of go sideways and you put one leg out behind you like you're curtsying. It's a mess. Hanshu gestures for you to follow him. You walk down a long hall lined with doors. Hanshu stops and opens one of them. Inside is a tiny room with white walls and a window that looks like an upside-down, old-fashioned keyhole. So it looks like a wiener. Looks like a cock and balls.
Yep.
All right. The only pieces of furniture are low cot and a small square table with a lantern on it. This is your room, Hanshu says.
Your
Way nicer than my
accommodations-
hotel room.
Right.
My hotel room was a piece of shit. I was really disappointed.
So we've definitely been kidnapped now.
Yeah.
Yes. This is your room, Hanshu says, and closes the door, leaving you alone. Even though the room is only a little bigger than your closet back home, it's comfortable. In fact, it's pretty cozy. You lie down on the cot. It's soft. For some reason, you thought it would be like a bed of nails. Hanshu comes back carrying a white kung fu outfit in one hand and a razor in the other.
Oh, time to shave the head.
You must shave your head.
Here we go.
Then put this on.
He says, holding up the kung fu outfit. You fidget as he shaves off your hair. You hope you don't look too goofy at the end, but and end up selling flowers and fuck you, book.
Oh, did it just make him a Hare
It made
Krishna?
a Krishna reference.
Okay. Hare
Which
Krishna.
which has nothing to do with any.
Plus, don't
Shave
fidget while someone's shaving your head.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Well, you've never shaved before. You're a.
I also like this idea where like the White Lotus invites you, shave your head, and go,
yeah.
"Oh no, you look too goofy. Get out.
no,
you
no,
can't be in our club."
Right. Well, you hope that you don't look too goofy, and shaving your head makes you into a Krishna, which is something
Right.
entirely different,
Totally different thing.
than any Shaolin
Yeah.
stupid book. Makes me mad. And also, yes, Stacy, I imagine that you are fidgeting, and he is using a straight razor.
Yeah.
So like you have all these razor
Nick's
cuts, and so the
accurate.
blood is just coming.
That was your first test. You have failed your first test.
There's little pieces of toilet paper stuck in
You must now face the hall of shaming, where we will laugh at you.
Yeah, that's absolutely canon. He's got
yeah.
little
Yeah.
pieces of toilet paper
Yeah,
All over
yeah.
his head now. At least none of your friends are here to see you now.
Especially not Billy.
Well, I think Billy would think it's pretty rad. It's like,
Yeah.
what? You're like a White Lotus Kung Fu monk now?
Oh, man.
And you've got blood all over your head.
These little papers. That's why we're called the White Lotus. The White Lotus. Yeah.
Okay. For the next month,
Oh my god! You
get
guys
a-
were mad at me for getting on the fucking tour bus for a day.
Listen, when the White Lotus Society calls, you can't just hit your head and suddenly know Kung Fu. You gotta work at it this time.
Oh man.
you get up each day before dawn and join the society's Kung Fu masters and students in the temple hall for morning meditation. You have one simple meal of rice, vegetables, and some tea before noon. After a week of this diet, you're dying for a slice of pizza and a soda.
Or just a second cup of rice.
After a week of this diet, you're dying to know where your friend Billy is.
Oh, you haven't even mentioned. Oh, yeah. We'll look for Billy.
Oh, yeah, here,
After a
here.
week of this diet, you are literally dying. That's not enough calories when you are
First, no,
training.
Yeah, probably not.
Also,
you're not-
morning meditation is just sleeping while sitting up.
No, you don't tell. You figure that out real quick, but you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tell anybody else.
Secrets.
When you're not meditating, your time is spent in martial arts training, as well as doing your share of chores. Scrubbing the floor of the main hall, washing the windows, sanding the floor, painting the fence, waxing the car,
Painting the floor.
picking beeswax out of Hanshu's honey jars, etc. You also have a philosophy lesson with Hanshu every day.
Oh.
You must understand the Tao, the natural flow of energy in yourself, the universe, and in everything.
That's from Hitchhikers.
I was going to say.
Well,
Didn't realize that was a Taoist manual.
apparently.
Internal energy is very important, but most important of all,
He says, concluded a lesson for the day.
is to make certain no beetles invade the tomato patch.
Did he make a funny?
I made a funny.
Meanwhile, Billy's in a secret prison, basement of the secret police headquarters.
TMNT.
It really said that, or you made that tomato thing up?
No,
No,
that
no,
really
no.
sounds What I made up was the references to Karate Kid with Santa Flora and all that stuff.
And yeah.
One day, Hanshu is smiling broadly when you sit down in front of him for your lesson.
No more lessons. You are now initiated into White Lotus Society. You must return to America at once and find this boy. He is a deadly and highly trained ninja assassin of the Black Dragon Society.
You almost faint with shock when Hanshu shows you the photo. It's your friend Billy.
Dun-dun-dun!
You got to stop calling this stuff.
That's good.
Wow. Yeah. This is
That's the picture of my best friend. You shout in astonishment.
I know.
Hanshu says.
Fuck you, Hanshu.
But he's no assassin, you argue. I mean he cheats a little at checkers and throws out an occasional spitball in our little league games, but he's no killer.
Maybe your friend has changed. After all, you have changed. While
haven't seen
your
him in a year
friend
and a
was
half.
being made into an assassin, we could have easily stopped that, but instead we decided to
train this other American child.
Also, they've gone from a normal child to an assassin. You've gone from a normal child to a very hungry child.
A slightly trained, very hungry child.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe, after all, you changed. Your friend, under the evil influence of the Black Dragon Society,
Hanshu explains.
you must find and bring him back. Maybe we can help him. But you must be very careful. Ninjas are masters of brainwash and hypnotism. Maybe your friend will try to trick you.
I'll do my best, is all you can think to say.
Was this trip supposed to take a month?
No.
Is your family like?
No, you're gonna go home and it's gonna be a flight of the navigator situation.
Just it's a major international incident,
Yeah.
or not?
When you return to America a few days later, you find Billy.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
He was there.
Oh, thank God, Bob, or whatever. Thank God you're home, say your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
do
were
have
starting
it?
to worry 3 weeks ago.
That's right. Billy's like, why didn't you go back to the hotel? I was waiting there for you.
I gave you 8 times chances.
Also, he went back and did not take Billy's bag. Billy's bag was still
Yeah.
at the hotel.
Maybe that's what made Billy turn to evil, is that you poorly managed his belongings while he was being kidnapped.
All right, we'll find out.
His Game Boy was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The master of the White Lotus Society said that you'd become an assassin.
You shout,
No small
very
talk. Just
direct.
right into
assuming
it.
a fighting stance.
You must return to me at once to China.
White Lotus Society. Are you kidding? He says. They're the biggest bunch of murderers in the Far East. They're led by some nut named Han Shu. They kidnapped me our first day in China, but I escaped the next day and spent the rest of my vacation looking for you. I'm supposed to go back to China and be a witness against that. Oh, I'm supposed to go back to China and be a witness against Han Shu if they ever catch him. Billy continues. That's probably why he wanted you to kidnap me and take me back. Billy shakes his head in dismay. So, it was a plot by Han Shu to get you to kidnap Billy, you think? Feeling embarrassed at having been tricked so easily. Unless Billy is lying. The end.
What?
Or maybe you're both back in America and you should just be like, let's never go back to China.
Yeah, we should.
They kidnap
that is-
children.
Brainwash them. But on the plus side, we got to learn kung fu.
We did get to learn to kung fu after a month. I don't understand. You are a
not-
minor and you've been missing in China for a month.
And everyone's just like, oh, good. We found you.
Okay, and it's not an international incident at all.
Nope. Yep. Everyone's just like, well, that's China for you.
Nah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. Wow.
So that means the ninjas were sent by the master. Oh, also his name was Han Shu,
Right.
like a glove?
No, Hanshu. H-A-N-Shu.
Right. Which are both historical kingdoms, actually. And probably, I don't know. I don't know Chinese.
Yeah,
But-
probably. Yeah.
So,
So yeah, that's one ending.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird, like.
I wanted a showdown,
Right.
but
it's-
also they're both in the United States, and he's like, yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, dang. I got away. But if he, so now I'm thinking if Hanshu is a bad guy, he's like, oh yeah, you got to look out for those other bad kung
Guys,
fu
they might lie to
masters.
you about.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
They
And that's why he
brainwash
wanted
you.
you to kill or kidnap Billy.
Man.
So either we have to go back to the hotel at one of those points, or
Right.
not join the society to begin
Right.
with, right?
Right.
Right.
That's what we're going to look
Ooh.
into next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel like
Yeah.
if we didn't join them, they'd be like, too bad, you have to.
Ooh.
We're kidnapping you.
I guess.
Or they're going to keep sending ninjas after you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that
Oh,
was
you think
all
it
a
was
ruse.
that was a false flag
I absolutely
operation?
think, yeah.
Or go
All
back
right.
to the camera shop again.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the reason why you didn't see any of the connections was the connections weren't happening. And he was just throwing his fists around, and people were just going, "Oh,
man.
And then they were like, "Whoa, dude, that kid picked up my spear and stabbed you." He's like, "Yeah, I didn't think that
Sorry
was going to
about
happen."
that. Yeah.
Sorry about
Little guys.
Don't worry, we have a really good work comp through White Lotus. So.
Yeah.
It's great. All right. I guess we'll.
Yeah. So we're going to leave that there. And we're going to find out what else can happen as you, the protagonist, become a kung fu master in the faraway land of China.
Yep.
Next week on Turn the Page Fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Miss Stacy Plowski. Thank you.
Oh, and tune in every Monday.
Yes, tune in every Monday. We will be here. And thank you to Mr. Brian Bayer.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. And you know what? Tell your friends about us if you like our show.
Yeah.
Not you, Nick. I meant the reader, the
Oh, okay,
listeners,
'cause
the viewers.
I'm pretty
also,
sure-
you could do it, but
I really should start.
you should start telling people about this. It's kind of a big project we're all doing.
Yeah. Thanks so much to Mrs. Liv Shearsall.
Also, you can find us on YouTube and make sure you hit like and subscribe. Or you can find us anywhere that you get podcasts.
That is also correct. Thank
Killing
you
it.
to Sexy Hackers for giving us this wonderful space to do this crazy podcast and producing amazing T-shirts
Yeah.
that have super fun prints on them that are oh so comfortable to wear. Buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And thank you to Jason for pressing all the buttons and making this all
Yes.
happen. And most importantly, thank you for being you, listening to us, read to you. Here on Sexy Hackers Presents Turn to Page Fun. Until next week, I will see you later through your ears. Goodbye.
Bye.
SexyHackers.com Stream Team.